Over the course of the year I was on the space station, there were 400 different experiments conducted. I was involved in some of them. In some cases I was the operator of them, other cases I was the subject. In some cases I had no involvement at all, didn't even know what they were. Some of them might be on the outside of the space station. It was kind of autonomous experiment doing its own thing. So the crew doesn't even have to know what it is. I am not a scientist, so my number one goal was getting the data for the scientists exactly what they wanted. Because most of the experiments we do not require the astronauts to provide any kind of scientific observation. So for me, it was always more important to get the data,
Right.
get it done accurately, and then move on to the next thing. We had plants, we had animals. I grew some lettuce and then later some zinnias, some flowers on the space station with the idea being if we grow flowers, maybe we can grow tomato, be more nutritious for a trip to Mars. Worked with some rodents, some mice for experiments for developing drugs that will help us as we age. Because in space we lose bone and muscle mass at a very rapid rate, similar to as we age, but much, much more rapidly. So it's a really great environment to study those kind of things. Well, you subject yourself to a lot of risk in space, whether it's the risk of the rocket blowing up or it's the long-term risk of exposure to radiation, a environment that we don't quite understand, where it can have effects on our vision, our hearing, perhaps, our immune system. I feel like I have sacrificed in some ways. Now, I think that sacrifice was well worth it. I don't have any regrets. I was never bored in space. There was always plenty of work to do and plenty of things I wanted to do in my spare time. Unfortunately, we don't have any beer, but had we had beer, I would have drank in it, but we didn't have any. We have time to relax in space. Not much time, but there's time.